wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy. At a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. I'm censored. Dive bar comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty, bad, nasty 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 comedy. Dive bar comedy.
Hello and welcome to Dive Bar Comedy. This is, I believe, episode 84. I'll check on that and get back to you. I'm Wild Joe. You know better than I do what episode this is. Let's see. Gosh, I don't know. I think I've lost count. It's been a long time. But we have been putting out these episodes every week in conjunction with GT's Comedy Jam, which is a live show that was originally put together by my late husband, GT, who unfortunately passed away in December. And I've been carrying on without him. So he had 3 shows booked in January, which were a lot of fun, very successful. And we also were able to pay tribute to GT and share memories. So if you guys want to listen to that, go back a few weeks and you'll see our tribute show to GT. And then we kept it rolling. February, here comes March. We did a lot of shows. Every show has 12 comics. All the comics are, they live in LA at the moment, but they're from anywhere in the world. They're all out here pursuing comedy unless they were just here anyways. Some people are actors that then turn to comedy or that kind of thing. And a mix of people booked by GT and some of our other fellow comics, people that I know, and it's been amazing. The shows are getting better and better in terms of how funny they are and how much fun they are to go to, and I was encouraging everyone to come out and see us live, and then we got hit, like everyone else. We got hit by the coronavirus stay indoors mandate, and there are no more bars and nightclubs and places for us to be performing. We're not supposed to be gathering. It started off slowly. I ordered new microphone covers thinking, okay, I don't want to share germs with these comics. I bring my own microphone from home. So I was just going to cover the microphone with a disposable microphone cover and then use rubbing alcohol wipe or sanitary wipe, whatever, to clean off the cord and the microphone before I brought it home. Well, good luck getting your hands on some Clorox wipes now, people. Those things are in hot demand, and it's affecting the supply chain. People can't keep up. The grocery chains can't keep up. People are hoarding supplies. Amazon is kicking people off. eBay is kicking people off. You can't even get these things online. So a lot of your essentials that people associate with hygiene and cleanliness, cleaning supplies, toilet paper, baby wipes, all kinds of stuff, they're just not there. And then it moved on into dried goods for people that are stocking up their pantries. Good luck finding flour these days. I was able to find a 12-pound bag of flour, but it's Italian. I think it's coming from Italy. So that flour is going into quarantine. That is not going to go in my house. It's going to sit out in a shed for at least a couple weeks before I have to bring it inside, because that thing could be full of germs. You never know. And my microphone covers to protect against coronavirus they were shipped I believe, from China, because there was Chinese writing all over them. So at one point they were in China. I'm not sure which province, if it was in the Wuhan province. But no, you don't know what you're getting even in the mail. It's very scary. Very scary world. People are out in huge droves, going grocery shopping, trying to stock up before this all hits. And unfortunately, that's actually doing the opposite of what we're supposed to do, which is stay home. I heard about people going to 6 different stores looking for toilet paper, so they're all over the place. People are going all over the place. So there are essential jobs that people are still doing. For example, laundromats are open. Now, I don't know how many of you listening remembered that GT had a vending machine route, and his vending machines sell anything from small toys, gum, candy, stickers, and he also has a lot of coffee machines. I would say about 20 different coffee machines spread all over Los Angeles area in different laundromats. So people were calling, asking for service on their coffee machine. I've taken over that business. But, these locations are open, but I'm not going there. They're probably full of germs. Even with a mask and gloves, it sure isn't worth whatever, $45 I might be able to pull out of a coffee machine. So I'm sorry, you guys. People don't want to be out in this, and you're going to have to be on your own when it comes to coffee at the laundromat. So anyway, it's affecting everyone in different ways. Some people had jobs that they thought they maybe couldn't work from home. Now they're finding out, hey, I could work from home. This is no big deal. People's kids are home, annoying the hell out of them. They're doing school from home, or in some cases, they're not doing any school from home. I don't think anybody's going to be held accountable. Nobody's going to be held accountable as much for their late loans, mortgage payments, and rent due, and all of that stuff. I think there's a bit of forgiveness that's going to be built into the system. But we are coming, as Trump said, not that I'm listening to him about everything, but he said we're coming from a good economy. So in a way, it's a good time for this to emerge. California also said we have a lot of money in the coffers. So there's a huge savings that is then going to be used toward mitigating this problem. I don't want to get too serious. There's so many sources of fear, and not that you shouldn't be afraid. I think this sounds like something we should definitely take very seriously, and maybe fear is the right emotion to be feeling right now. But it is isolating. Everyone is told to stay home, and some people are alone. So the only interaction they're getting is through TV. Please don't just watch the news all day. I have 2 babies, so that takes up a lot, pretty much all of my time, regardless of what else is going on in the outside world. And they also hijack my devices. So they are insisting on watching cartoons and listening to baby songs and that kind of thing. So I, even if I wanted to, would not be able to watch the news all day long. But it can be just a very heavy thing to be constantly thinking about. We're all at home trying to protect each other, protect ourselves. So, now is the time. Do your spring cleaning. I don't know if any of you have spotless homes because of this. I don't still, because the babies are able to mess things up faster than I can clean them. So even if I'm home all day, they are still quite a mess. I do get a break. I'm living with my in-laws, and so grandparents take turns sometimes with the babies, which is essential. The nannies are not coming anymore. Babysitters are not coming anymore. Daycares are shutting down. One of my big things on my personal to-do list and my agenda was to enroll my daughter in next year's preschool class. And now I'm thinking twice. Do I want to even send her to preschool? because it's full of germs out there. All of our fun activities, our relief, going to Minnie and Me ballet, going to Mommy and Me yoga, or what else? We were going to art class for babies, and we were taking walks to the library where they do story time twice a week. So we had a lot of activities, plus the Moms Club, who, for those of you who haven't heard of it, it's an actual organization, Moms Club, and they have chapters all over the U.S. Our neighborhood chapter is very active. They do clothing swaps, huge yard sales where you bring in your old baby clothes and you can buy other baby clothes for, item swaps or $1, and even stuff like that. People are afraid to take somebody's possibly contaminated clothing. So Goodwill has now said they're not taking any more donations. So, as my husband has passed away in December, I have all of his clothes and socks and underwear and hats and things like that maybe somebody might need. I don't know if homeless people have access to all types of clean clothing, or if they're just kind of fending for themselves, But right now it's just sitting in the closet because I can't even donate it if I want to. So I would recommend for you all to deep clean your homes, or if you're into Marie Kondo and minimalizing extra junk and clutter that doesn't make you happy. But then on the other hand, some things are coming in useful that you didn't realize were such gems. You were ready to throw them out, and now you're thinking, oh boy, maybe I could have used this all along. For example, towels for me. I'm on my last roll of paper towels. Nobody's selling them. Hard to buy unless you're up 6 a.m. waiting in line at the grocery store. So I've been resorting to using a lot of actual towels instead of paper towels, which I'm sure is how all of our grandparents did it. And I forgot it could even be done that way. And I'm realizing just how many paper towels I was wasting. I'm wasting a lot of paper. So in some ways, I'm sure a lot of you are getting down to your last rolls of toilet paper, getting nervous, starting to wonder, am I going to have to actually wash my ass? What is going on? I mean, it would have to be really bad for them to shut off running water. So, that would really be probably too much for us to bear. So as of now, everything's still working. We still have the internet, thank God. If you believe in that kind of thing, imagine if this had happened and things like this did happen before the time of the internet or social media or video chatting, and you even telephone. You had no way of getting in touch with people. So even if you're alone, bunkered down, or what are they calling it? Social distancing, sheltering yourself, sheltering in place. Let's say you're sheltering alone. I really feel for you. I'm sorry that you got stuck. It's like that game where you walk around in musical chairs, and one of the chairs is it's short one chair, and one person gets stuck with no partner. So that happens, and if you're alone, reach out to your friends. Call people. It's not all about texting, because you're not hearing human voices. You're not getting human interaction. Use FaceTime, face-to-face interaction, because you will lose your mind over an extended period of time if you don't get any face-to-face interaction. So anyway, it's rough. So as far as this show is concerned, I'm going to keep it going as long as I possibly can. The comics were so excited and so grateful to have spots to perform all around LA. We have so much fun in these bars. I can't wait for this, for the day. I do hope it's soon, and for bars to reopen and places of fun to reopen and allow us to gather again, because these gatherings, even small gatherings, are really great for people to expand their perspectives and listen to other people's ways of thinking and learn about just how people are in their communities and throughout the world on a personal level. That's what's so wonderful about stand-up. You're learning about people's deepest, darkest secrets, what they think is funny, and sometimes, sometimes it's exaggerated. It's not really a 100% true secret, but you get to know the way that their minds work, and it's always fun talking to comics, listening to them on stage and behind the scenes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you guys our recordings that we have yet to put out, because this show is only 1 hour. We have a lot of content and material. We have so many interviews we've done with people in the past at past shows and their stand-up sets. So for now, we have some of that recorded, and this show today happens to be from March 2nd, so just earlier this month. And we had some really, really fun people out in the Valley at the Witches Brew. So today we are bringing you Jacob Bunney, Wayne Broadway, and Tasha Renee, who I believe are all newcomers to our show. So we have 3 new acts, and it was really a treat to meet them all. We absolutely had the best time, and I think you'll be able to hear how much fun people are having when you listen to this, and I hope it translates into you having a laugh yourself and remembering the fun times of when you would go out and go to a bar and get hammered, because right now you're probably either not getting hammered at all or you're doing it home alone with your kids, which, wow. All right, I'm Wild Joe. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad to reconnect with a lot of people I haven't talked to in a while who are bored and finally getting the chance to listen to my podcast. So please tune in every week. We're going to bring you the newest comedy, and when we run out of comedy shows, we'll start interviewing comedians via the phone or however we can. All right. Thanks a lot, and be safe out there. Hey there, it's Wild Joe. I am here with Jacob Bunney.
How's it going?
I love your last name.
Oh, it's not a stage name. It's a real name. Actually, I think it's English.
Did you get made fun of a lot?
Yeah, but that's
cute,
what.
Though.
Yeah, yeah, it's cute, and also my grandpa was like, people are gonna make fun of you. Just ignore it. Your name's kind of ridiculous, So
my last name Petrie.
Yeah.
Imagine that, pea on the tree.
Not only that, if you were old enough, Land Before Time, there was Petrie.
But that's cute. Again, that's
yeah,
cute.
That's true. That's true.
It's okay to get made fun of something for something cute.
That's true. That's true. It's not too bad.
Anyway,
you
had a lot of puns.
Yeah.
You're a punny guy.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I got some puns for sure. Definitely. I think puns are. It's a skill that every comedian should have in their back pocket.
Yeah, it's more up some people's alley than others. It's like a play on words. It appeals to some people a lot, and then other people are like, it's like the kind of laugh where you're like, eh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. There's dad jokes, but there's sometimes they're not too bad. Actually, one of my favorite specials I remember seeing late night randomly was Gilbert Gottfried, and he was just doing like old school street jokes for like an hour and a half, and it was pretty cool.
I believe that I just was thinking of this joke that I liked from when I was a kid. I believe it was Gilbert Gottfried that did this street joke thing about like this guy with a hair lip that buys toothbrushes.
I think that is him, actually.
That was my favorite joke as a kid.
Yeah, he's great. And his ridiculous voice, built-in character. It's cool. I've always been.
I've never listened. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the watch for sure.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing it too long. I've been doing it almost 10 years, but I just stopped drinking, so it's finally starting to improve. I feel like I plateaued at about 2 or 3 years, and then it just kind of coasted for a long time. And now it's finally starting to improve again. So
you think your sober life is helping your humor?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think because I'd hosted some open mics like in Koreatown, and getting like I like to riff on stage, so it's hard to remember the good stuff I'd come up with. So I just kept I was always saying like new stuff that was funny, but I just didn't remember any of it the next day. So it just wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, you could record it and listen back and write it down and all of that stuff, but remembering, not just remembering later, but remembering while you're on stage in that moment without too long of a pause. Yeah. If you say one joke and then you're like, what do I say next? You can't pause too long because you lose people. Yeah,
definitely. And also, I think one problem, I mean, at least for me, when I was drinking, it was always trying to maintain that right amount of buzz, and that's impossible to do. That's a waste of time. Sometimes you can hit it. I couldn't do it because I had trouble not putting the drink down. So
I think that's a common problem, actually. My mom was drunk the other day, and my sister cut her off and took her wine away, and she says, "Mom, you're drunk." And my mom says, "I'm not drunk, I'm buzzed." And she says, "You're drunk, Mom. This is what drunk feels like. If you don't know," she goes, "I don't feel drunk." She goes, "Well, if you want to know what drunk feels like, it's this. This is what drunk feels like." Oh yeah, definitely. For me, unfortunately, one of the first things that starts to go when I start to drink is my speech. So it's obvious when I'm drunk. I can't really fake it. But sometimes I can walk upright and still seem sharp while drunk, but only for the first drink or two.
Yeah. It would.
I would say my mom, her speech changed because it got 10 times louder. We're like, shh, shh, you're so loud. She became very loud.
Oh, yeah. For me, I think because I don't know if you can hear it, but sometimes if I don't go out of my way to enunciate, I have a slight lisp, and so when I drink, it starts to get sloppy. It starts to get pretty sloppy.
My Spanish improved when I was drunk, actually, because no inhibitions anymore. So I wasn't shy about talking with my so Spanish.
Well, that's true. Yeah, definitely. It could, if you're in the right mood, and it can make you more confident, and that could help you definitely with something like a new skill, like speaking Spanish, for sure.
Anyway, well, I'm glad you're sober. You're not messing up your life anymore. So I didn't see you in your drunk state, but I'm sure it's better now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. Well, for people listening, where can they find you online?
You can find me at Instagram. My handle is at Jacob Bunney, one word, JACOB BUNNEY.
Cool. All right, there it is, Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh, no, thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for once again coming out to the Witches Brew, the GT's Comedy Jam. You guys ready for the next comedian? I said, are you ready for the next comedian? You goddamn right you are. So give me going. Give me a clap, 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 clap for Jacob, the godson, Bunney.
Oh, hell yeah, godson. How did you know my grandpa was a pastor? How did you know? Hell yeah. How the hell's everyone doing tonight? Good? You're doing good? Glad to hear it. This is the first time I've ever done comedy from a DJ booth. This is pretty sweet. This is fucking awesome. Yeah. Hell yeah. I think DJs are named wrong. Anybody else? I think they should change their name to Party Starter. Anybody else? Oh yeah. I think we should all change our names, you know? Our titles. You know, I could go by Open Mic Comedian, or I could go by Future King of Trash Island. Huh? Huh? What's up? You guys know about Trash Island? Anybody? Yeah. You guys know about this? Yep. Hell yeah. Just so here's a little information for you. The Texas-sized landmass that you might occasionally hear about is just 30 miles away from Long Beach, you know? That's not that far from here, you know? It's pretty great. And I want to be the king of it. You know what inspired me? Our great and powerful Emperor Trump. You know, I figure if that idiot can become president, I could be king, you know? Of something, maybe nothing good, but at least Trash Island. You know what I mean? Trash Island's pretty cool, in my personal opinion. There's a lot of great things about it. First off, most of us here spent a little time in LA, maybe your whole life. Haven't you always wanted to live in the Hollywood Hills? Everyone, that's kind of like the dream, right? To live in the Hollywood Hills. Imagine how much cheaper it would be to live in hills of trash. Yeah. Hell yeah. A lot of other good things. Your king has ideas, all right? I'm not just an idiot, you know? I'm not just going to tell you everything's great. I'm going to make it great. First thing, duels. Duels are back. Someone talks shit to you on the internet, challenge them to a duel. Fuck yeah. Cage match, ladder match, slap fight. What do you want? It'll be great. You'll enjoy it. I mean, you get into arguments all the time on Facebook, right? Challenge them to a duel. Of course, I am a modern man. I just want to say that. So consent is always necessary. If they say no to your fight, no means no, all right? Always consent, all right? Another thing, I feel like we have a problem with simple conflict resolution. You know, like people are annoying, and I don't feel like the middle finger works good enough anymore, you know? So I am going to do this. Everyone, every day, gets one tennis ball, all right? Someone pisses you off, you whip it at them. It's pretty simple. It's awesome. No real damage, but they get the idea, right? Especially if you got an arm, you know? One thing about the tennis ball, you get hit by more than one tennis ball every day, maybe you're the problem, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And if you're needing to throw more than 2 or 3, maybe you just need to get back to California and smoke more weed. Am I right? Oh, man. A lot of things about Trash Island are going to be great. I feel like we don't have enough simple, celebrations all the time. I think we need to celebrate more, you know? Just life in general. You know, or Tuesdays, right? Right now, what do we got, like Taco Tuesday? You know? Fuck tacos, you know? You know what I want for Tuesdays? Tacos. Close. Close. Actually, before I get to that, I just want to let you all know that your future king identifies as an adult baby. All right? So King Jakey Poo is going to turn Tuesday into Titty Tuesdays. We're going to celebrate breastfeeding in public. It's going to be awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, guys. I don't know if this is taking a weirder turn than you might have expected, but how I came to this whole Titty Tuesday thing was, actually, I was sitting down at a restaurant with my wife, a fancy restaurant, Denny's, maybe you've been there, and while I was being taken to my seat, this woman just whipped her titty out, you know, started feeding her baby, right? The thing that was weird about it, though, was that the baby's head was cone-shaped, and there was a birthmark at the tip of the cone, so it looked like one titty sucking another titty. It was the suckle of life, everybody. All right, this show doesn't suckle. You guys can suckle my teat anytime. Hell yeah. Everybody, give it up for your host one more time, Mista See.
What's up, sir? That's what I'm talking about. Another round of applause for Jacob, the godson, Bunney. There you go. Another round of applause for Jacob Bunney, guys. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. You guys ready for the next comedian coming to the stage? I don't know. I might have to loosen you motherfuckers up. You guys like racist jokes? Yeah, I like racist jokes. I'm black, so you know I'm racist as fuck. I'm racist as fuck. I don't even like black people. Okay, that's how racist I am. I'm like, motherfucker, hey, yo, can I get a job? I'm like, this Asian dude over here, though. No, nothing personal, brother, but you look like my cousin Tyrone. That's all I'm saying. I'm from Philly. It's a majority black city. So we get the full black experience. Now, you know how the news and everybody else is like, black people do the most crime. Actually, we only do like, of all violent crime, we only actually do like 0.5% of all national violent crime. It's really deep when you look at the FBI stats. It's really weird, but they tell you we do all this shit. Now, if you actually live around black people, okay, it's like 90% of the crime. It is. It's like 90%. Like, my mother has robbed me 3 times. It's fucking crazy. You know, I still love her, though.
Hey there, Dive Bar Comedy. It's Wild Joe. I'm here with Wayne Broadway.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
So, Wayne, it's your first time on our show.
Yeah.
And you were scouted by Geezer.
Yeah.
So excited to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me.
I tried to contact you on Facebook, and like 20 other Wayne Broadways showed up.
Yeah, it's weird. A lot of old white guys. A lot of older white guys. I didn't imagine, like, people were like, you have a super black name. I'm like, apparently not. No.
Well, Wayne is a white guy name, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it could be anybody's name, I guess. But Broadway, that sounds like a stage name. That doesn't sound like a real last name.
It sounds completely made up. I know. It's like, I've literally thought about, like, maybe I should change, maybe my stage name.
It's a cool sounding name.
It's overly cool. Like, it's to the point where it's like, I've actually considered, like, should my stage name be something more normal sounding?
Is that your real name?
It's my legal name.
So I bet all those other guys, it's probably their legal name too.
Never
heard of this last name.
I don't think
Broadway.
I don't think anyone's audacious enough to come up with Broadway as their last name. Like, that person would be a real asshole, you know. It's just, it's a little
catchy.
Totally. It's just a little on the nose for entertainment, I feel like, you know.
Well, if you're a Broadway star, but you're a stand-up.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been doing stand-up?
So I've been doing stand-up on and off for about 9 years now. Since I was 17, I'm 26 now. And started taking it seriously, I want to say about 2 years ago, you know, after I was done with school and everything. And yeah.
So you're consistently getting out there. What are you doing? Shows, mics, combo?
Shows and mics, yeah. You know, like, so I was just over at the Comedy Store back in February, just hitting shows there. Or, sorry, January. So just doing that, did a couple shows there up in the Belly Room.
Cool.
Besides that, you know, if there's a mic where you're allowed to say a few cuss words and some jokes, I'm there. Like, that's,
all right.
Yeah.
So, when you quit before, your life took over, you just got tired of it, or? I
wasn't taking it seriously.
Okay.
You know, it was like, I was young, and it would be like a thing where I would take my friends, like, yeah, you know, I'm going to go do a mic. They'd come out and support. But it was just, it was the equivalent of, hey, we're going out to the bar or something like that.
Right.
I wasn't sitting there and, like, really doing the work.
Right.
And part of that was because I was in school, and I think I just knew instinctively that if I start taking comedy seriously, I'm going to drop out.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's good to get your degree.
Yeah, and I figured, I was like, let me just get this. Like,
mind if I ask, what did you study?
I got a degree in English education.
English?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
We all speak English, so that's good.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm a
helpful.
big fan of the classics. I'm always listening to, like, audiobooks.
Yeah.
Like Charles Dickens and all this stuff, like
No
nonstop, like always in my car. Yeah.
Nice. I do try to do some reading. It's tough, you know, like.
That's why I like audiobooks. You could do it while you're driving,
yeah, while you're
getting
yeah.
ready, while you're going to sleep.
That's
like,
my podcast time. Like that's when I'm yeah.
Okay. Hey, podcast time.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know.
It's podcast time.
That's when I'm listening to Dive Bar.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a side note, but audible.com, which I have nothing to do with except that I subscribe, you get 1 credit a month, right?
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a few years, listening to audiobooks. I used to listen to audiobooks back when they were like on tape and CD, and they would be like $35 for one book.
Oh my God, no
So
way.
now it's like $13 a month. You get 1 book a month, and I just discovered you can return books and get get a credit back. I'm like, why wasn't I doing this all along?
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I guess you're not supposed to overuse it because then they
they start noticing, like, dude.
Oh, you're returning every single book, you know?
Yeah, like I thought it was a library. Was I confused?
Yeah. And, side note, my sister, there's another audiobook program that goes through the library where you borrow it like a regular book.
Wow.
And because it's like based on the library model, it's actually through the library.
Yeah.
They only allow like 3 people at a time to borrow the same book.
How do you borrow? How do you
I
borrow an
know
audiobook?
it's electronic. I know, but they do it. They make sure not everybody gets a book at the same time because they want it to be like the same as getting a real book. Anyway,
That's really dumb.
Dumb, but
It's really
interesting.
it's
a free way of getting.
They're
audiobooks.
really trying to hold on to that. I'm like, guys, just the times they're changing.
All right, yeah, get with the times. Listen to podcasts. Dive bar comedy.
You're at a library. It's a dying. You're in a dying medium already. You know, it's a library. Just.
All right, Wayne. So for people listening, where can they find you online if they want to look you up? Besides, Wayne Broadway is everywhere. So
Yeah, I was about to say I don't
how can
recommend.
they find you?
I was about to,
I couldn't even find you.
I was about to say, all right. So on Facebook, Wayne Broadway. I'm the young black kid who's making a weird face on stage, like, ugh. Other than that, Instagram is the Wayne Broadway. No spaces. TheWayne Broadway. Yeah, that's where I put all my dates, shows, all that good stuff.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for coming on.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
Cool.
You ready for my man coming to the stage? So we got a bar right now. So he's like, got a name like he's a big time actor. He's from Broadway. So what I need you guys to do, we're going to bond together. We're going to do a chant. Like we on some sitting in the shit, chanting Buddha shit, all right? So I need you guys to get with me. Broadway, 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 Broadway. Clap, 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 clap. Round of applause for Mr. Broadway. Wayne.
Please lower your expectations right now. This is my voice after that intro. It could only get worse from here, guys. Nah, thank you guys. I'm happy to be here. Not like that spiritual happy to be alive since I'm just happy that my car physically made it here, you know? I drive a piece of shit, you know? That's not a description of my car, that's the make and model. It is a Ford 1990 piece of shit, 4-wheel drive. Have you ever had a car that made you religious? Like, I'm an atheist, but I pray when I start my car, like, come on, God. I gotta get to the valley. Come on, Lord. Like, I can't break down on the grapevine twice, God. Come on. I'll start believing after this, I swear. Come on. Nah, my car is a piece of shit, man. My car is old, but it's not retro, you know? It's just old and out of place. Like, if my car was a song, it wouldn't be like a Beethoven, like, dun, 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 dun. It'd be an old jazz song everyone forgot about. Like, it wouldn't be Beethoven. It'd be like, hello, my baby, hello, my... Like, it'd be one of the songs that the Warner Brothers Frog sang, you know? Like, that'd be it. That's my car. Yeah, so Wayne Broadway. That's my real name. That's my legal, actual, factual name. I feel like I should explain that. Wayne Broadway is my legal name. You can stalk me with that information, you know? Steal my identity. I'm in debt. It's not a good identity to have, you know? So if you want to take it, feel free. You're going to be upset with the results. Now, Wayne Broadway is my real name, and I always get weird reactions to it. You know, I do comedy. I'm in show business, you know, my mom likes to say, because she's wrong. But, you know, I do stand-up. And a lot of times people come to me after the show, and they'll say, is Wayne Broadway really your name? And I get offended, because my first thought is always, what kind of asshole would do comedy and call himself Wayne Broadway? Like, that's a little on the fucking nose, right? Like, just a little bit. Like, if I was that big of an asshole, I'd call myself Johnny Hollywood and be done with it, you know? Like, just Johnny Hollywood on the mic. No, Wayne Broadway is my real name. And I always think it's dumb when people think I made up Broadway as a last name, because Broadway isn't even a good last name for comedy. Broadway, with the theaters in place, it has nothing to do with comedy, guys. Like, there's never been a stand-up ever who got into this game like, yo, son, I'm gonna do this for the Tony Award, yo. Like, you feel me? Like, I just want to meet Meryl Streep, nigga. Like, I got dreams, son. Thank you for those of you who laughed. The Tony Award is a prestigious Broadway, you know, so we're cultured in the Valley. I like that, man. Fuck Hollywood, you know. We're cultured out here. Nah, Broadway isn't a good last name to get on stage. You know, if I was gonna make up a name to make it in comedy, I would have picked the last name that got me in the clubs. You know, that made bookers, you know, really kind of expect something great of me. You know, if I was gonna make up a name to make it in comedy, I would have called myself Wayne Chappelle. You know? Wayne CK before 2017. I don't know. Fucking, I would call myself Wayne Brady Jr. You know, maybe I'm his son. You don't know me, like. I could be Wayne Brady's son. I'll put it on my resume. Wayne Brady has a son named Wayne Brady Jr. I'm that nigga. I'm him. We got the same vibe. Black improvers, you know, like nothing. All right. Nah, I put it on his Wikipedia page. Wayne Brady has a son named Wayne Brady Jr. It'll be a link to my page. If he changed it, fuck him. I'll change it back. It's Wikipedia. I can do that. I would love it if Wayne Brady sued me. That'd be the best thing to happen to my career since I got on Steve Harvey's show. Like, this is just... anyway. This is my real voice, too, by the way. I feel like I should explain that. I'm a black guy with this voice. That's a fun life. People don't know what to expect of you when you're a black dude with this voice, you know? It's hard to make a good first impression with anyone of any race, you know? White people think you might be a Republican. Black people think you might be a spy. Like, it's pressure, you know, like, it's hard to make a good first impression, you know? When I'm feeling really down on myself, I feel like I look and feel like an undercover cop that wouldn't make it, you know? Like, I wouldn't make it if I was an undercover cop, because day one, they would know something was up, because I'd be like, because I'd come in like, all right, guys, let's sell some fucking drugs, right? Let's do it, you know? Drugs, yeah. Let's sell crack to the community, man. Fuck yeah, bro. Bloods on 3. 1, 2, 3, bloods. No, I get really down on myself about my voice. You know, it's something I've been made fun of my entire life. You know, white kids, black kids, even Asian kids made fun of me for my voice. I was like, you have the same voice. Like, why? But yeah, no, it's like I've been trying to learn to love it. You know, it's like my partner tells me, you know, Wayne, you know, you should love yourself. You know, love everything about yourself. Love your voice. Love your You know, love your body, love your voice, love your soul, you know. Like, my partner tries to make me feel better. They go, Wayne, it's fine, you know. You're a blurred, a black nerd. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm not a blurred. I'm bleak. My partner goes, what, like a black geek? I'm like, no, just depressed. Wish I had a better voice. I'd make more sense to people, you know. Now, I say partner. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. My partner's non-binary, so they go by they, them pronouns. My partner goes by they, them pronouns, and I prefer that because now every sex story sounds like a threesome, you know? It's woke and sexy. I don't know how I'm losing right now, guys. Like, between this and my enthusiastic consent stories, like, I don't know. I'll have a career forever is what I'm trying to say. No. Yeah, no. I'm happy to be in a relationship. I don't miss being single. I was watching too much porn when I was single. You know how you can tell you're watching too much porn? Ask me how. When you start reading the comment section. Only complete degenerates laughed at that. Like, most people don't know if there's a comment section on the porn site, but believe me, if you've been in the game for too long, you'll know. God bless you, regular people. Here's how you experience porn. You know, you get in, you get out, you know. You go walk your dog, hug your loved ones. Hopefully you washed your hand before. But me, you know, me and other creeps, you know, we're sitting there like, let's see what the people have to say about this one. Like, but you know what's so crazy about the porno comment section? Is it is the nicest. Like, if you want to know who that blonde girl in scene 3 is, Titty Man 69 will tell you who that blonde girl in scene 3 is. Like, I don't know where else you're going to find this cohesiveness online. When you're in the porno comment section, there's no red state or blue state. There's no fuck you, fuck that. There's no black and white unless that's the porn you were watching, you know? It's like, it's just love, and it's like the porno comment section is like the one place where we like come together to like come together, you know? It's a really beautiful thing. I lost you guys on the last one. I'm Wayne Broadway, guys. Thank you so much.
That's right. Another round of applause for the W-A-Y-N-E Broadway. Broadway.
All right, here we are at Witches Brew with Tasha Renee.
Oh, yeah, Witches Brew. I didn't know what to do.
So, Tasha, you came as a fan to Liquid Zoo last time.
I did. I came to observe the surroundings. I had a great time.
You did?
Now I'm at the Witches Brew. I didn't know if I would need to bring a broomstick. I didn't know I had to bring some hocus pocus. You know, I didn't know what was going on.
You're wearing all black, so...
Yeah, I wanted to
Ready
be
to be a
safe.
witch?
I was ready. I didn't know.
Great. There's a party outside. Everybody's talking. And a bunch of comics here. So we'll see. It seems like it could be fun.
It's going to be fun. I invited tons of people, and apparently they're coming. They're coming.
Good.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming.
Okay, so you don't want to go up first because you'll be...
Absolutely.
Your friends will miss you.
They'll miss me. So, you know, and being that I'm black, I'm pretty sure they're going to come in, you know, on time.
That's being sarcastic.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just
All
a
right.
little bit.
Well, sorry, I have a pet peeve about black people wearing all black and jaywalking in front of my car.
Ooh.
Does that happen to you? I feel like
Um,
everybody that jaywalks in front of my car is a black person wearing all black.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't
They
see
walk
'em.
all black? Oh.
They're black wearing all black, and they run in front of my car like they're trying to get hit. I'm like, you know what? Like, you have no visibility.
So, you know what? That sounds like you done hit a couple of black people. Is that what it is?
No, I just feel like every time I catch a jaywalker, it's always a black person wearing all black. I'm like, is this a suicide mission or what? But anyway, Tasha, don't run in front of people's cars tonight.
Okay, I won't do that. I think you came up with hit and run.
No, it wasn't me. I didn't hit anybody. I got good reflexes.
You like, you know what? I'm not going to say this on this
But you know,
tape.
I wouldn't trust people's reflexes. If I were as a pedestrian, I don't trust people's reflexes. They could be texting, they could be on drugs, they could be doing anything in that car.
I think that's a new thing now. Text and walk in the street. I don't know who came
Yeah.
up with that little new fad, but
Oh yeah,
it's
nobody's
popular.
paying attention to where they're going.
I mean, they're like, you know what? Text and walk.
I know the pedestrian's always right, but sometimes they're really not right. They're just jumping in front of cars, just hoping the person's going to stop. Anyway,
No.
off on a tangent here. All right, Tasha, how long have you been doing comedy?
Good question. I actually was doing comedy for quite some time, and I slowed down. Unfortunately, I had a lot of deaths in the family.
Oh, no.
And the last person that passed was my mom
Oh,
in
no.
September. So I definitely didn't want to be stagnant, so I came out to California to make it happen.
Where'd you come from?
North Carolina.
All right.
Tasha Renee, the lady with 2 first names. You know, you hear that country
Beautiful
draw.
names. 2 beautiful
Thank
names.
you. Look at you. Look
Yeah.
at you. I'm about to
Both
get your number at the
beautiful
end of the day.
names. All
Okay. She's like, all right. I'm just playing. But yeah, I've been doing it for some time now. I'm trying to pick it back up. And what better way than to jump in the ocean versus a lake? So I came to California to make it happen.
That's great. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to hear your stuff tonight. So first time, it'll be my first time seeing you on stage.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it.
All right, for people listening, where can they find you online?
Oh man, y'all can find me on Instagram, Miss_Tasha Renee. You know I gotta put an underscore. I gotta make y'all search on y'all phone like where the underscore at? But it's Miss_Tasha Renee on Instagram, Facebook. Good question, but
And
I think
Renee
it's
with 2 E's at the end.
It's 2 E's. Thank you. And it's
More hard.
And it's it's Tasha Renee on Facebook and also on Twitter. It's actually Hey Miss Tasha. Definitely make sure y'all follow
Let's confuse people all the more.
Pretty much, but pretty much you go to
So
Tasha
it's
Renee.
Miss_Tasha Renee with 2 E's at the end.
Yeah, so
Or it's hey Tasha,
it's
what's up?
hey, you know what? Just Google Tasha Renee. I'm pretty sure I'll pop up. Now, if I have any felonies, you know, just that was my former life, you know.
Yeah, I hope those don't pop up.
Nah, those don't pop up. I'm just playing. I just wanted to make up something. I worked in the bank for 13 years. I got a clean record.
Great.
Not good credit, but you know.
Well, you need that record because it's voting. You got to vote for Trump.
I was like, vote for who? I'm about to vote for myself in a minute.
All right, Tasha. Well, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Ow.
So once again, let's round it up for the 919. You ready? Give me a clap, 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 clap. Miss Tasha Renee!
Yeah, Tasha Renee. Yes, the lady with 2 first names, y'all already know. I'm definitely from the South. I think everybody from the South got 2 first names. I think it's like a requirement. I think it's like the law. Give it up for Witches Brew. Give it up for GT. Give it up for everybody y'all done seen. Good gracious. All I keep thinking about is Jesus, in and out, in and out. I'm scared. That was the first thing they told me to come and go eat at. You know, because I'm coming from North Carolina. Every time I say I'm coming from North Carolina, a lot of people thought I walked to get here. No, I didn't. I took a Greyhound, same thing. They was like, go to In-N-Out Burger, In-N-Out Burger. I went to In-N-Out. First of all, it's false advertisement. In-N-Out, it should be called patiently waiting. It should be called half a worker working. It should be called, damn, what did I order? And I get up to the menu, ain't no but 5 things on the menu. A burger, a cheeseburger, fries, and some fries, and a shake. It shouldn't be called In-N-Out, it should be called McDonald's. That's what it should be called. I think the name should be switched. McDonald's should be called In-N-Out, because that's what happens when you eat it. It goes In-N-Out. We had us a good time. Godson was talking about Taco Tuesday. I started thinking, I was like, Spanish people, y'all got it going on, man. Y'all got it going on, sure. Y'all got your own date and your own food. Celebrate. Taco Tuesday. You don't never see no Watermelon Wednesday, or Fried Chicken Friday, or Pad Thai Thursday, or Sushi Saturday. Or Garlic Man Monday. Y'all give me some more. Shoot. Food is good, man. I'm hungry. I'm just yelling out stuff that I want to eat. This ain't even about y'all. A lot of people thought I actually forgot them. You know, I came to California like everybody else to make it happen, you know. I've been here for a year. I grabbed 2 bags and left. And came out here to pursue my passion in comedy. A lot of people was like, girl, where you at? They didn't know I was gone until I started posting on Instagram. I'm like, look at the details. I'm in Long Beach. This ain't Photoshop. This is real. I had a good time, and then I started thinking, maybe I did forget about people, you know? I forgot about Mama Grandma. You know, she just turned 90. I forgot about her birthday. You know, it was real big. It's a big thing. We always celebrate her birthday. She turned 90. So I ran out the club. As soon as I remembered, gave her a call. Grandma. Only to find out she forgot too. That's sad. My aunt was telling me how they ran up to her with balloons and cake. Like, surprise! She like, who graduating? I'm like, you, Grandma, you graduating from dementia. I'm feeling pretty bad because grandparents are being extinct now. You know, there's no true grandparents. Like 30 is the new grandma. You got to think about it. Grandma's in the club with us. I feel bad for the guys. I don't even know what y'all saying to women now. Like, what's your name? Ruth? Ooh, you got any kids? You got any grandkids? I don't know, man. I feel pretty bad. You know, I told this lady, I said, what you, Grandma? She was like, oh, don't call me Grandma. You cussing at me. I'm like, look, you my mama's mama. That make you my grandmama. That's how that works. But I'm blaming it. It's absolutely crazy because that's why I think all the kids are going crazy because there's no real grandparents. You know, they did the discipline. You know, that's why they shooting up the schools and stuff. There's no grandparents, you know. Like my grandma, there were certain things that I couldn't even say in my grandma's house because they were too close to cussing words. Like we couldn't say dang, because dang is too close to what? Damn. And I couldn't say shoot, because shoot is too close to what? Shit. So I said dang, shoot. What the heck can I say, Grandma? And then I woke up out of that coma. Because that's what real grandparents do. That's right. Now these grandparents nowadays, they don't even know what to do. They like, they like, don't call me Grandma, call me what? Grandma? Mimo? I had one lady looked at me, she was like, call me Nana Minaj. I said, Ruth, put your teeth back in your head. I'm not calling you no Nana Minaj. That's what I'm not going to do. That's what I want. California's been fun. I just realized that you gotta have money to do everything in California. Like, you gotta have money to go to church in California. That was absolutely crazy. I went to one church. It was nice, y'all. That's why you don't go. I wasn't gonna go to this church, but it was so nice from the outside. I said, I got to see what's inside. I stepped in. I was like, damn, do I need to take my legs off to walk in here? I tipped in. I was like, ooh. And I realized the better you tied, the better seat you got. Man, I packed my pockets. I was like, ooh, I'm going to sit in the balcony today. I know. The usher looked at me. I looked at him. They wasn't even playing. They didn't even have white gloves. They had boxing gloves. They was waiting for you to tie incorrectly. Like, ooh. They looked at me. I gave what I could. Upstairs went downstairs. Downstairs went around the corner. And then I ended up in the parking lot. And they was like, you know what? This is not the church for you. And that was Kanye West church. I was like, damn. Jesus walked outside. I thought I was good because I bought a couple of albums, but it didn't work like that. But I had a great time. Anytime you are pursuing anything that you want to, make sure you go for it. I'm definitely doing it each and every day. But that's my time. My name is Tasha Renee. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and everything else. As long as you don't follow me to my house.
All right, I'm gonna put away your address. All right, this is the only black girl in the building. Am I not supposed to stalk her home?
All right, there it is, episode 84 of Dive Bar Comedy. Go back and listen to all our older episodes. We have had so many amazing shows and so many amazing comics come through. You have time on your hands. Go back and listen and subscribe to us so you can get updated every week. New comedy, Dive Bar Comedy podcast comes out every Tuesday night / Wednesday at 12 a.m. Stay tuned.